Hello and welcome to the Sportsnet RTA Production Center, the home of Ryerson University's RTA School of Media. I'm Toby Kerr, joined by Alex Bloomfield, and this is Varsity Life Top 15 in 15.
We're inside the Mattamy Athletic Center, the former Maple Leaf Gardens, and the 2015 CIS Men's Basketball Championships will take place right outside this studio, which makes it the perfect place to count down the greatest moments from the CIS this season.
There have been some unbelievable plays from Victoria to St. John's, and we've got the top 15 coming your way right now.
Our first play on the countdown comes from the Canada West Conference. We go to University of Manitoba to kick things off.
Bison's running back Keenan LaFrance rips off a 22-yard touchdown run. You'll have to see to believe. Check it out.
LaFrance takes the delayed handoff, breaks free outside, loses one defender, and then drops an identical move on another hapless Thunderbird. For you old school Madden guys out there, that's the A button. For you new school guys, that's the skill stick. This touchdown put the Bisons up 9-0, but take a last look at this play. A textbook tackle you'd think, but on the wrong guy, on a teammate. And that's our top 15 play in the nation.
Number 14 on the countdown brings us east to our nation's capital. Ottawa GG's soccer star Pilar Coury shows us why she was the OUA East MVP with one of the prettiest goals you'll ever see. After a cross attempt is blocked, Coury takes the pass at the top of the 18, settles it down, beats one, beats two, and then outsmarts the keeper. Just incredible skills from the CIS first team All-Star. This goal was part of a 5-0 thrashing of the Laurentian Voyageurs and a spectacular display of Pilar's patience and ball control.
At number 13, we go to the CIS Women's Rugby Championship. St. Francis Xavier would take the gold, but it was McMaster's Emily Ricketts with the play of the game. Marauders down by a couple scores when Ricketts breaks free with only one defender to beat, and she leaves her standing on the 20-yard line. You can call that one a try, and this move is more than worth a second look. Ricketts fakes the pop pass and then pops on by into open field. A nice bit of deception from the fourth-year Russell Division All-Star.
From the pitch to the court we go. Play number 12 features the powerhouse Alberta Golden Bears men's volleyball team pushed to the limit against the Trinity Western Spartans. But like many great teams, Alberta bent but would not break. Spartans on match point, but keep an eye on Alberta's Riley Barnes, who saves the game off the first attack, though it's not long before another dig is needed. Barnes answers the call. His teammates keep it alive, but back come the Spartans, and again it's Barnes with an even better dig. And this time the Bears tie it up. No looking back either as the momentum shifts. Alberta would win 3-2 thanks to Riley's heroics.
Our number 11 spot goes to electrifying UBC Thunderbirds rookie Marcus Davis. His 107-yard TD was the clear-cut kick return of the year and the longest in the CIS this season. Huskies kicking off in the fourth up 19, UBC needing an answer. Cue Mr. Davis.
And here is Marcus Davis. Finds some room, stays on his feet, and there he goes! Marcus Davis across the 50, the 45, turning on the Jets, 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown!
That's why you don't kick to Marcus Davis. This really is Exhibit A of why he was named a CIS All-Canadian kick returner, and just one part of what was a rookie season to remember for this CFL prospect. Women's hockey in the CIS is home to many world-class players. Haley Wickenheiser of the Calgary Dinos, for example. Many of the best athletes go on to play in the highest pro leagues and top international tournaments. The goaltender for the Western Mustangs is certainly on this path. With numbers that defy logic, Kelly Campbell is arguably the top goalie in the country. But as I found out, goaltending isn't her only unique skill set. Soaring high above southwestern Ontario, this is her story. It's long been said goaltenders are a bit of a different breed. Most have unique ways in which they conduct themselves on and off the ice.
St. Thomas traffic, X-ray Mike Foxtrot, be departing runway 27 for the circuit.
Western's Kelly Campbell takes this stereotype to new heights.
2 years after high school, I took off and I went and I got my commercial pilot's license, and then I took a trip to BC and got to fly in the mountains and get my float plane rating.
Kelly has since added the twin-engine license to her resume, and until recently, her eyes were set on a career in the sky. That is, until her career on the ice took off as well. A dream she almost gave up on after her final year of midget.
I tried to get on a couple of men's junior teams, but didn't quite work out with them. So yeah, I ended up playing beer league with my brother, and no, I almost thought that that would be where my career was going to end, but in the end, you know, I decided I needed that degree and called up Chris, and here I am now.
From beer league sensation to Western's 2013 Female Athlete of the Year, Kelly's success in the OUA was immediate. What most people don't know is that tending goal for the Mustangs was Kelly's first experience playing women's hockey.
She never really even took the mask off when they shook hands. They used the refs and everybody would say, "You got a really good little goaltender, he's pretty good." And I said, "It's not a boy, it's a girl."
Kelly made the switch to boys hockey at 8 years old because the girls' team would not let her play in net.
My parents decided, well, if she wants to be a goalie, we'll throw her in guys hockey and pummel her with shots, and hopefully she'll hate it and go back to being a winger. But that kind of backfired on them.
Not that there weren't warning signs. Just ask her older brother Ryan, who always had a very willing target to practice on.
She was 2 when she jumped in there, and she was just in there the whole way up, you know. Year after year, I'd get better, she'd get better, I'd get better, she'd get better.
Kelly is still getting better. In 2013, she was selected to Canada's University A team that won gold in Italy. She allowed 1 goal in 4 games. Kelly's new goal is to stay in the game as a trainer or a coach, mentoring other young girls with a passion for stopping pucks. But not until she sees how far her playing career can take her.
I'd like to either go to Europe maybe and play over there for a few years, or I'd like to try and get the women's league here in Canada, play there, play with the top girls in Canada, but still up for debate. We'll see where it ends up.
Is the ultimate goal to put the red and white back on again?
I would love to. That would be a goal of mine.
We know one thing for sure, whether it's winning another gold medal or greasing a landing, the sky's the limit for this multi-talented Mustang. A talented young woman, no doubt. It'll be interesting to see where her career goes.
Now let's get back to the highlights. We'll pick it up at number 10.
Our 10th play on the countdown actually took place right here in the Mattamy Athletic Center.
That's right, Alex. I've had the pleasure of calling Ryerson Rams basketball for the last 2 seasons, and let me tell you, over that time, Aaron Best has had some amazing plays. However, none better than this spectacular slam.
Stolen it down the floor. Comes Best, and he grabs that onto his face. Oh my goodness!
I don't care if they're up by 100. That has got to be close to the play of the year.
Best posterizes his defender and throws it down for the Rams. A spectacular display of power and athleticism.
Up next is our first hockey highlight. We flash back to the U of T Varsity Blues women's team taking on Queens in an important game with playoff positioning on the line. Even Kiprios and McLean would agree. Number 9 was a beauty goal. U of T's Taylor Day is dangerous in the offensive zone, and here's why. She walks around the last defender and absolutely undresses the goaltender. Just a beautiful toe drag, shifty shoulder fake, and a slick backhand finish as U of T will go on to win the game 2-1 in overtime.
The Laval Rouge et Or enjoyed a fantastic year of women's soccer. However, big stars step up in the biggest games, and Joelle Gosselin saved her best for last. Play number 8 takes us to the national championship. Already 2-0 for Laval in the 53rd minute when the ball gets played ahead to rookie Joelle Gosselin, who from 30 yards out unloads the strike of the season. It was her second of 3 markers in the final game. Gosselin was 5th in national scoring, and this fantastic goal helped earn her the nod as CIS Championship MVP.
Number 7 on the countdown is just nasty, and I love the call from the fellows at York. Late in a blowout, Lions men's basketball freshman Nana Adu-Poku gave us this court-cut gem. Lions up by 33, gotta love garbage time basketball. Think you're gonna block this rookie's drive? Nah.
Oh, wow! Oh, my! Nana Adu-Poku! Wow! Threw it on his face! Jamming it down!
A huge statement dunk, and I love how everyone sprints off the bench as fast as possible.
So he took that ball and threw it down, Joey, threw it down!
That's the understatement of the year.
We're gonna step aside, but after the break, the countdown continues.
Plus, we'll tell you about the greatest basketball program in Canadian history. No joke.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to Varsity Life Top 15 in 15. Let's take a look at what we've seen so far.
Then turns upfield with a great move. 2 great moves, and he will score.
Ricketts fakes the pop pass and then pops on by into open field. A nice bit of deception from the 4th year.
Dig from Barnes. Bears refusing to go away. Barnes with another dig.
Finds some room, stays on his feet, and there he goes! Marcus Davis, 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown!
Stolen it down the floor. Comes Best, and he grabs that onto his face! Oh my goodness!
She walks around the last defender and absolutely undresses the goaltender. Just a beautiful toe drag, shifty shoulder fake, and a slick backhand finish.
He took that ball and threw it down, Joey, threw it down!
So we've seen great goals, dunks, and runs, but the best has yet to come. We're down to the top 6.
At number 6, the Manitoba Bison's football team makes their second appearance in our top 15. We see some serious trickery here from the Bison's offense, and late in a playoff game, no less.
Manitoba gives us no doubt the most creative play in our countdown.
Bison's up late in the 4th, Wildcat formation, ball snapped right to running back Keenan LaFrance. But keep your eye on QB Jordan Yance. Wide receiver Nick Dembski takes the reverse, and he finds none other than Yance in the end zone. A great acting job by Yance before the snap, a great play call by offensive coordinator John Mackey late in the ball game. This is why Yance is looked at as a CFL prospect, not just as a QB, but also as a receiver. A role reversal for the ages that helped the Bisons capture the Can West title.
We stay in Canada West for play number 5 as we go back to the second game of the hockey season. It's there that Mount Royal forward Matt Brown provides us with this sweet finish. Game tied at 2 in the 3rd when Brown is awarded a penalty shot. And he does his best Peter Forsberg impression, leaving the Lethbridge goaltender tied in knots in the blue paint. Try to count the tape touches here as Brown puts the puck on a string. Mount Royal will go on to score 4 more in the 3rd for a 7-2 victory. None of the goals better than this slick finish.
Great teams don't always rely on their stars to make big plays. At number 4, a freshman special teamer from the McMaster Marauders gives us a highlight you'll have to see to believe. Mitch O'Connor breaks through the upbacks and rejects this punt. One of the most acrobatic blocks you will ever see from the freshman. The flag thrown was actually a hold called on O'Connor's defender, but as you can see, he was still able to reach up with his legs and get a foot on the ball. And it was a crucial turning point that led to McMaster's 4th quarter comeback that earned them a berth in the Yates Cup. CIS men's basketball fans are all too familiar with the Carleton Ravens. They have dominated Canadian university basketball for more than a decade. Over the past 12 years, they've amassed over 200 victories and fewer than 15 defeats. However, their dynasty has meant a lot more than just wins and losses. They've helped grow the game in this country, and they've set a new standard for Canadian amateur basketball. I went to find out more about the impact of Carleton's excellence. Nestled in the southern suburbs of our nation's capital lies the heart of Canadian amateur basketball. Success doesn't begin to describe the Carleton Ravens. Try dominance. The Ravens have won 9 of the last 12 provincial championships and 10 of the last 12 national titles. In that time, we've seen Canadian basketball reach an all-time high. The rise of the two is no coincidence.
Raptors have the strongest brand in Canada, and you can arguably make the point that whether the national team is the second strongest brand or the Carleton University basketball is the second strongest brand, you can go either way. best and most important basketball league is the CIS. There are 47 teams across the country. The biggest brand in Canadian university basketball are the Carleton Ravens. I've been close to Canadian university basketball for more than 40 years. I've met every single coach in this country, and without any hesitation, Dave Smart is the best university basketball coach in Canadian history.
He's really honest, and he pays attention to detail. You can even see in games when we're up a lot, he's still coaching and he's still getting on guys to play better. So he competes every second of every game and every practice, and that kind of trickles down to the players. I think he's the most competitive human in the world.
I absolutely believe that Dave Smart would be an incredibly successful NCAA coach because, again, his understanding of basketball is second to none. His game preparation is unranked in Canada. He's the best there is.
The question of how Smart, or the team itself, would perform in the NCAA has been raised many times over their decade-plus of dominance.
From a skilled perspective, I think we're just up there with the best teams in the States. You know, we played Syracuse this year and we probably should have beat them, but we lost, and they're a top 25 team. And played Wisconsin last year and we beat them and they made it to the Final Four.
But even if the NCAA tournament remains out of reach, Carleton's impact on Canadian amateur basketball cannot be understated.
So as far as the evolution of basketball in Canada, the Carleton University Ravens have played a key role in moving basketball forward in this country. Another question I always get asked is Carleton good for university basketball in Canada? No, they're not good, they're great.
For all that the program has meant to basketball in Canada, their focus has always been singular. Are you guys going to win nationals again this year?
That's the plan.
So once again, the Ravens are a confident group heading into nationals.
If you want to see more features like this, including my story on Kelly Campbell from earlier in the show, you can check out varsitylifetv.ca.
Now it's time for the top 3, the best trio of highlights from 2015 in the CIS, coming your way next.
Welcome back. Narrowing down our top 15 was no easy task. Here's a second look at the highlights that were ranked 6 to 4 on our countdown.
My goodness! Way to pull that out of your bag of tricks with 1:44 remaining.
Well, take a look at this block. There's the hole.
Okay,
block it.
yeah.
In the end, these next 3 plays proved to be a cut above the rest.
It's no secret that the Carleton Ravens and Ottawa GGs have no love lost for one another. Their annual football matchup is known as the Panda Bowl, and it's always a heated affair. The Ravens haven't won this game since 1994.
Down by 4 with no time left on the clock, it looked like the streak was sure to continue.
Ravens out of options and downs, they bring in quarterback Jesse Mills, who has one of the biggest arms in the CIS. Time for one last shot at the end zone from midfield.
Will there be a Hail Mary in the 2014 Panda game? Mills drops back, bombs it up. That's not going to have enough to get to the end zone. Up, it's tipped, and it's caught! Oh my God! Nate Bahar just caught the Hail Mary! Carleton, unbelievable! This is unbelievable! A Hail Mary in the Panda game, and Carleton have won their first Panda game since 1994.
You could not script the return to TD Place any better. Nate Bahar was the recruit they stole out of London, and he stole the game for the Ravens. Ottawa's Randy Williams was the DB on the wrong side of the tip drill, as Carleton took this year's Panda game for the South Side.
The runner-up for CIS Play of the Year comes from the AUS Conference. The Memorial University women's basketball team goes down by 3 to Dalhousie with just 2 seconds remaining.
What happened next was magical.
No timeouts remaining, 2 seconds to go. You almost want her to hit this one.
Seahawks stuck 3, no timeouts left.
Desperation time, Robinson heaves it up.
Oh!
My God! She did it! She ties
Oh
the
my
game.
God!
Can you believe it, Theo?
I can't believe it!
Even the camera operator left their post to go nuts over this moment. An unbelievable, buzzer-beating, game-tying shot from fourth-year Megan Robinson. You gotta love the men's team going crazy in the corner after she sends the Memorial Gym into a frenzy.
Before we get to our #1 play of the year, let's check out some highlights that just missed the top 15.
And just to shake things up a bit, we threw in some lighter moments from the season as well.
So this is it, the moment you've all been waiting for. Choosing our top play was no easy task, but in the end, one stood taller than the rest.
We go back to Mac for the #1 play of 2015.
QB Marshall Ferguson looking for a target in the end zone, and oh baby does he find one. The catch of the year from sophomore receiver Danny Vandervoort, a one-handed gem that rivals that of Odell Beckham Jr. Take a couple more looks at Danny putting on a catching clinic and enjoy the beauty of the #1 play of the year.
The stars of our #1 play join us now, and that is, of course, Danny Vandervoort, slot back for the McMaster Marauders, and his quarterback, Marshall Ferguson. Gentlemen, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
First of all, Danny, congratulations on Play of the Year honors, but you couldn't have done it without your quarterback, Marshall Ferguson. What's it been like receiving passes from him over these past 2 seasons?
Oh, it's been awesome. That was my #1 reason for coming to McMaster, just having a great quarterback to throw to me, especially in my first year coming in. And we've had some good couple years.
Now, Marshall, take us back to the huddle. What was the original play call here?
Just regular gun 32 zone is what we call it. It's a run play, but I have the option to throw if the DN dives down inside. So I decided to pull the ball and saw Danny running free towards the corner, and he's a pretty great matchup against anybody man-to-man, so it was a real good look for me.
So, Danny, when you got downfield, there was a lot of contact between you and the DB. Was it that contact there that forced you to go to the one-handed catch?
Oh, for sure. All game we were battling. We knew we were going to get the matchup, and just football instincts took over.
So you guys won a 3rd straight Yates Cup this season. You were Vanier finalists as well. What's been the secret to McMaster's sustained success?
I think our coaching staff has played such a major role in our ability to be ready to play every single week, and they teach us so much about the game through our careers here, and they get us ready to play week in, week out.
Fellas, congratulations once again on being the #1 play in 2015. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, that will do it for the inaugural episode of Varsity Life.
Big thanks to the RTA School of Media for making this show possible, and of course the CIS as well, as it's been yet another great season.
And thank you for joining us and giving these student athletes some well-deserved recognition. For Alex Bloomfield, I'm Toby Kerr. We hope you've enjoyed the top 15 plays of 2015.